Peace and bliss. Welcome back to Reclaiming Our Roots. My name is Tanya, and in this video we are going to talk about mushrooms. I have 4 boxes, as you can see, of North Spore mushrooms that I will be growing. This will be my first attempt at growing mushrooms. I consume a lot of oyster mushrooms, but if anyone has ever consumed oyster mushrooms, you know that they can be very pricey in the grocery store. So I am of the mindset I like to do all things for self as much as possible. So I'm going to try my hand at growing my own mushrooms. So without further remarks, I'm going to open up one of these boxes and see what's in it and give it a go this year to grow our own mushrooms. I used to be a vegan for about 5 years, about 5-7 years in my life. I used to be a vegan, and I was like a radical vegan. I was like hardcore. I thought this was supposed to come with a bottle, a spray bottle or something like that in there. I've watched numerous videos on how this technically should work. But I thought it came with a little spray bottle, and you're supposed to spray it. It was literally as simple as 1, 2, 3. So you open the front. Oops, I'm supposed to open the front. Yeah, see right here? It's supposed to have a little bottle in there. Hold on. So you just score the front of the box right here. Once you score the front of the box, you open the lid. And what else? You put a little X there. X marks the spot. And you spray it. And you place a piece. And place your kit in a moist, humid part of your home. I have a little greenhouse here that I'm going to put it in. Outside of direct sunlight. We suggest putting it on the kitchen countertop close to the sink where... I don't have my glasses on, guys, so you have to bear with me. Where it will be near a source of moisture. Harvest oyster mushrooms before the caps flatten out and become concave. Okay. Harvest visible teeth, and before it starts to yellow, mushrooms grow quickly. So when you spot your first pins, keep an eye on them. The warmer the environment, the faster they will grow. Mushrooms should be ready in 2 to 5 days after pin formation. So these are the pins. They'll form, and I'll be able to make a harvest. I think they're also, too, they're called flushes, right? After you harvested after you've harvested your first flush of mushrooms, continue spraying your kit as you were. It's looking at, if it's looking a bit dry, you can cover it with a humidity tent. Okay, we're not going and investing into a humidity tent. I'm going to use my little greenhouse. Oops, excuse me, guys, I tapped the camera. I am going to use my greenhouse, and that's about as much humidity I'll be able to provide for that. So, let me put this back in here. So this is the blue oyster mushroom. I've never actually had blue oyster mushrooms before. I've had your traditional, your whitish colored mushrooms. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in here. So like that. Okay. Let's see if this one has a little, see if this has the little spray bottle in there. Okay, this one does. This one has the spray bottle. Okay, now just fill it with water. Okay, so we know what to do. Okay, give me a second. I'll remove the little lid here. Like it says, just spray and grow. It's literally that simple, guys. So I hope. I've tried things that were supposed to be really simple and turn out to be quite complicated. So we'll see. We'll give it a shot. I've seen a lot of people grow from these kits. I'm in no position to inoculate any logs right now and do that, but that is on my agenda in the future. There we go. Just remove the lid here. And this is just the rough and rugged way, guys. No tools, just use your old hands and get her done. There we go. Apply a little pressure on the perforated lines. I'm sorry, guys. Go through the camera. I'm gonna be motion sick by the time this video is over. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go get a knife. And I will be right back. We're gonna score, cut an X. Whoops. We're gonna cut an X on the front of the boxes, and then I'm gonna spray them. And I will bring you all along for the journey as they begin to grow. Give me 1 second, be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we have a knife here. So we're gonna put an X. Oops. This is an X. Is my knife not sharp enough? It is sharp enough. Oh. Hold on, let me get a sharper knife. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry. I scored the bags. As you can see, X marks the spot on each one of these and didn't realize that I didn't hit record. That happens sometime when you're creating videos. Okay, so the next step is remove the flap. I'm sorry, the first step, remove the flap X, and then you want to spray. This is spring water because that's what I consume, and that's what I want my mushrooms to consume. So I'm going to moisturize the front of the box as per instructions, and then I'm going to put it in a location that is not in direct sunlight, and I should see some activity hopefully in 2 to 5 days where they start to ping or start to flush, as it says. Get nice and moist. And I'm going to put this in my little greenhouse, so I think that's enough moisture. And this is the little pump that came with it. Like I said, I put spring water in there. Okay, we're gonna go put this in a greenhouse. See you there. Okay, we are in front of the greenhouse. And I'm just going to put these in the greenhouse. Put one there. Put one here. Here. Right here. I'm going to lay down the flap so we can build up moisture inside. It's not direct sunlight. It's down. See what we're working with here. This is the greenhouse. And it's that simple, guys. At least that's what they say. Right? So we'll see. I'll bring you all back in I guess when I see some activity. So I'll bring you all along for this journey of growing oyster mushrooms. And one of them is lion's mane. Lion's mane mushroom. If you've never had lion's mane, absolutely delicious. If you haven't had oyster mushrooms at all, they're absolutely delicious. They're a great meat substitute. I have put them in stews. I have fried them up, seasoned them so well they taste like chicken. But it's not about tasting like chicken, but it's about providing a healthy, nutritious, fulfilling meal that will satiate you so that you feel fulfilled and you get the nutrition from it. So I'll bring you all back in probably about a day or two, probably about 2 to 5 days. We should have some activity. So stay tuned. Peace and bliss. Peace and bliss. Welcome back to Reclaiming Our Roots. This is Tanya, and we are at the mushroom greenhouse. And as you can see, my friends, we have, what do they call it? Pin formation. Look at that. You see that? I was gonna pop back in after two days, but unfortunately I couldn't make it back. But yeah, these are the pins. And what I've been doing, oh my gosh. Okay, this one here we're gonna have to abort and discard. You can see this one is starting to develop mold. Not a good sign, so I will be discarding the pink oyster mushroom. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am revisiting and reevaluating my relationship with mushrooms. I mean, I grew up, being taught that be careful with the mushrooms you can consume, because mushrooms can, they can unalive you if you eat the wrong species or whatever. So I've been very selective over the years of the mushrooms that I consume and the mushrooms that I feed my family to consume. But I wanted to challenge myself and step outside my box and start to grow my own mushrooms. That's why I purchased these little grow kits, and they've been very easy to maintain. I purchased these from North Spore. So X marks the spot. I mark the X, and I spray them 2 to 3 times a day, because what you want it to the air. You want the mushrooms to be able to take in the oxygen, and then they'll start to produce these pins. So I'm going to continue for another week plus until I have a hardy. This one I probably could harvest. What is this? This is the blue oyster. Very prolific. I probably could harvest this one. And I think they said after you harvest your first flush, then you have to wait, I think it's like 2 to 3 weeks for another flush to appear. And you continue to do that. Keep it moist every day. And in order for the mycelium, which is the mushrooms, to grow, it needs oxygen, and it needs to be in a moist area, preferably where it's warm. Mushrooms like warmth. The warmer it is, the faster they grow. And there's a nice stream of sunlight coming in, all natural, but they aren't in direct sunlight. You do not want to put them in direct sunlight. But yeah, I don't know what happened with this pink one, but yeah, this is Operation Abort real fast. So this will be going in the trash. But the other ones appear to be thriving. So I'll bring you all along when I make my first harvest and allow them to get a little bit bigger. But yeah, but I did read with the, the lion's mane, you want to harvest those before they start to turn yellow. So, and we'll definitely be doing that. So, yep. Okay, but so far so good. Operation Grow Your Own Mushrooms is a go. So yeah, okay. See you once. I'll be back in another video once I make my first harvest. But that's the update on the mushrooms. Peace and bliss. Peace and bliss. Welcome back to Reclaiming Our Roots. This is Tanya. Just wanted to pop in and give you all a final update as to where I am with growing my own mushrooms. As you can see, guys, it did not turn out the way I would have liked. I did skip a couple days of hydrating the mushrooms, because it is a major requirement. You have to keep the mushrooms moistened and so that they can grow. But as you can see, they've grown. And this one here, the lion's mane, is starting to turn yellow, which is a major indicator that you should not consume this and discard it. So I will be discarding these mushrooms. This is Operation Officially Abort. This one here is also starting to take on some mold. Yeah, and it has a really fishy smell in here. I smelled it about a week ago before this deterioration started to take place. But yeah, guys, so I'm going to abort. I feel that it was fair that I report back and let you all know where I am in this process, or the lack thereof in this process. But yeah, this is Operation Abort, guys. I may try it again in the fall and see how they do, but and I will take partial responsibility. There was some neglect on my behalf with the watering and things like that. So just want to pop in and let you know that growing my own mushrooms is Operation Abort. So just wanted to let you all know that. And we'll try it again later. Peace and bliss.